Hi, everybody. Joe Choppy here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. They've got mulch, they've got salt, they've got sand as well. And you can give them a call at 631 756 1125. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. We are looking at a serious ice storm today across Texas, into Arkansas and western Tennessee and northern Mississippi. All that purple you see there, those are ice storm warnings. And of course, we've got winter storm warnings going on around that as well in Texas and into Arkansas. Winter weather advisories up into West Virginia. And yeah, we had a little bit of snow this morning. Very little. And that area is moving out to the east. Now, we're setting up for bitter cold, and it's going to be so remarkable because it'll come in so fast and it's going to go out just as fast, if not faster. But we do have wind chill watches up for much of upstate New York and interior New England, and wouldn't be surprised if we wind up seeing some wind advisories to get thrown in the mix here when this is all said and done, and maybe even a few high wind warnings up for up into eastern New England with what's coming. In the meantime, we've got this stream of moisture from Texas eastward across the Tennessee Valley to the mid-Atlantic coast, and we're just sort of on the edge of this, or at least we were on the edge of this overnight and this morning. This is not developing into any kind of storm of consequence. It's just flat waves on a stalled frontal boundary, and from 6:30 a.m. you see the snow here along the coast that is moving offshore, so it's just about done, and there's leftover moisture that gets down into Virginia and North Carolina. Meanwhile, where we're talking about the serious ice storm, they're getting some pretty hefty rain here in that ice storm warning, winter storm warning area, and that is moving northeastward. We're talking about ice accretion here that is on the order of a quarter of an inch to even some isolated areas up to a half an inch of ice accretion. The surface map this morning, as we take a look, there's your wave offshore, stalled frontal boundary to the south. Cold high pressure in southern Kansas with temperatures in the teens and 20s down into Texas and over through Arkansas and Tennessee and northern Mississippi. Meanwhile, here in the east, we've actually are a little bit on the chilly side with the readings down well below zero. I assume that's up at Saranac Lake. That's 16 degrees below zero. But we've got teens and 20s and 30s, which this winter is saying a lot. And we are going to probably see leftover clouds give way to some sunshine before it's all said and done. WPC on their 7-day precip forecast, liquid precip forecast, is not really showing very much. We're talking about a tenth of an inch or less from Maine to Virginia. It's from the Carolinas across the Gulf states and back to Texas, where we're looking at anywhere from a half an inch to as much as an inch and a half of liquid precip, and also along the west coast starting to get active again from Central California on northward with heavy snows in the Sierra Nevadas. And again, the big issue today is going to be the fact that we are seeing a significant ice storm that is going on in parts of Texas and Arkansas. This is the probability of at least a tenth of an inch of additional ice accretion, and that red area is 100%. So by chance, if you happen to be flying into Dallas-Fort Worth, good luck, because it's going to be a problem. And there's really nothing from the standpoint of snow in the long range or in the short range, for that matter. So we are not seeing any issues there. I just figured I'd bring up the quarter of an inch of ice accretion and the probabilities, and you saw there it was up at 50% or more in Texas. So meanwhile, here's what's happening on the models today, and the next big deal is going to be bitter cold air that's going to come in and then go out almost as fast as it arrives. So this wave goes out. We'll break out into some sun today. Temperatures will probably be in the 30s. It's going to be a cold day, which for not getting out of the 30s, which has hardly happened at all this winter. And Thursday should be okay with temperatures probably upper 30s and low 40s. Here comes the Arctic front that blasts on through here Friday morning. We're going to see falling temperatures all day Friday. By Saturday morning from New York City south, we're talking single digits. North of New York City, into the Hudson Valley, through up into New England, we're talking about temperatures below zero. North of I-90, we're talking double digits below zero for lows. But just as fast as that cold air comes in, the core of the cold air is already starting to move out after Saturday morning, and we are going to bounce very, very quickly. We'll have plenty of sunshine on Saturday, upper teens, north and west of Boston, actually north and west of New York City and north and east of New York City, probably mid-teens for highs. But to the south there, it's going to be of New York City and Philadelphia, we're talking low and middle 20s. And temperatures probably not going very far Saturday night. And by Sunday afternoon, with sunshine and a southwest wind, temperatures are going to be in the 40s. And in fact, when we get maybe a little bit of precipitation Sunday night, not a flake, not an ice pellet, nothing. It'll just be rain, maybe a little bit of rain Sunday night into Monday morning as a low develops to the southeast and moves out. And in fact, in places in upstate New York where they would have seen temperatures of 20 degrees or more below zero Saturday morning, even there, they're going to have a tough time getting any snow out of it, however little it is. And next week, by the way, looks like a mostly quiet week, maybe a few showers along about Tuesday night or Wednesday, and then maybe again as we head toward the end of the week with another low going to the lakes, and temperatures will continue to be running above average. There, I'm sure you're surprised about that. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. So we'll leave you with the satellite loop. No Joe and Joe weather show tonight. We are taking the night off, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 7:35 Eastern Time. So have a great day.